Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about ways for you to become more confident at work. And I make up these topics every morning before I come on live, but I think this topic is a combination of several topics. When we're not feeling confident, typically there's some sort of fear element at work, and that's why I decided to make this a topic so that I can help you conquer your fears, and then your natural confidence is going to appear, it's going to show up, it's going to back you up when you're at work and when you're trying to get things done. So my first tip for being more confident at work is for you to upgrade your thinking. And by that, I mean, if you're not feeling confident, it's likely that you're thinking about everything around your work. This is the work that you have to do, and your mind is thinking in a circle around the work, but not necessarily focusing on the work. And I'd like to help you regain your focus so that you can go to work and feel confident and not feel distracted and not feel terrified. Basically, when we're not feeling confident, we're a lot of times worrying about how other people are going to perceive what we do, how we're doing it, the outcome, and perhaps even our intelligence. If you're going to get really fearful about it, you're going to be thinking, oh, other people are going to think I'm not good enough for this role. And I want you to be completely clear of that kind of thinking. I don't want you to be thinking those kinds of negative thoughts and fears any longer, because they don't have any place in your heart, in your brain, in your workspace, because they are big blocks to effective concentration and focus. So the first tip, again, is to upgrade your thinking. Instead of concentrating on what other people are thinking about you, hone in on your work and make sure that you just have that one-to-one conversation with your work instead of this one-to-one conversation with the fantasy fears in your brain, okay? The second tip is when you're working, and now that you've cleared your fears, I want you to allow your mind to be open when you're working. When we feel like we're really stressed out, when there's a deadline, when there's somebody waiting for this work, when the work is really important, these are all different factors that cause us to feel pressure. And a lot of people claim they work well under pressure, but I'm going to offer you the idea that we don't have to work under pressure, and you can still work well, even without that sense that there's something looming, that there's something dangerous that is going to happen if you don't hurry up. So allow your mind to breathe, allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself some space to create, to come up with your best work. It doesn't have to be forced, it doesn't have to feel hard, and you don't have to feel like you're desperate when you're creating new work or just fulfilling an assignment. Allow yourself to, mind and body, to relax before you produce. Okay, that was tip number 2. Tip number 3 is if you adapt tip number 1 and 2, that you upgrade your thinking and you start focusing and being relaxed when you work, you're going to naturally find more success. And so my third tip is that when you find that, when you start rising in success, that you avoid thinking that you're an impostor. I hear the words imposter syndrome. I feel paralyzed because I feel like I'm a fraud. I hear that kind of language oftentimes when I'm doing work with my clients and patients. And I really think that when we're feeling that way, it's just an indication that you've succeeded, that you've managed to find yourself in a group of people that performs well. You've managed to find yourself in a role that is an improvement for you. And so I want you, instead of thinking that you don't belong up here, that you just change your thinking to match your new role. This is you. You have achieved what you've intended to achieve. This is no fraud. And so eliminate that feeling that you are a fake, that you're faking everyone out, that people are going to find out about you soon. Just elevate your thinking again so that you feel, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be right now. It will take a little while for me to get used to being at this role, but I've got this. So eliminate all imposter syndrome type thinking. My last tip is just a general tip that whether you are at work or at home, really be conscious about finding ways to reduce your fear, whether it's imposter syndrome or of judgment or of uncertainty or of messing up and failing. Just do everything in your power to shoot for the positive, to be positive, to try to ignore those fearful thoughts that will every once in a while keep cropping up, because you have got this. You've got the skills, you've got the talent, you've got the ability to learn new things, you have the ability to adapt to new environments and new challenges. And I want you to focus on those things. Those things are real. Your fears are not real. So let's stop making those things, let's stop making fear our main driver. We want to have confidence come in because we have that naturally, and it's a great thing. So to sum up, eliminate the fears, allow your mind and body to flow and to be open and to create good work. And remind yourself that you are good. Don't tear yourself down with fears that you're in the wrong space, that somebody's made a mistake, because that kind of thinking really just gets us jammed up and makes us feel like we need to procrastinate, and we want to eliminate that feeling altogether. So Oscar, thank you for saying realities of the workplace. Yes, absolutely. There are fearful factors at the workplace. I'm self-employed, so I try to create a fearless environment for myself. But for those of you who do work for other people, who do work in group environments, there are a lot of dynamics that are zinging around all day long. But I want you to be the center of peace and calm and confidence. You can do this because no one really gets to control that for you. You have ultimate control of how you run your own micro business within your own body and mind. So thank you, Oscar, for chiming in. I hope you guys are all well. I want to mention at the end of this, first of all, I'm Christine Lee. I didn't mention that in the beginning. I'm Dr. Christine Lee. I am procrastination coach. And I want to let you know that at the end of this month, am going to be reopening the doors to my membership. It's called the Freedom Membership, and it's a group of people that I've gathered together who get together every week with me for live coaching and live work sprints. Thank you, Oscar. And so we get together every Saturday morning, and I would love for you to join us. We are looking for new members. We're ready to grow. The current members are sharing their wins every single weekend, and we're looking forward to helping you. If you feel like you're interested in the material that I've been presenting on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn, if you're interested in this kind of material, but you don't quite know how to implement what I'm saying, I will help you real time, live, and my colleagues in the group are going to help you too. So if you're interested in joining us in this kind of freedom accountability group, please look at the link below this video and sign up for the waitlist, and I will let you know as soon as the doors are open again. And I believe it was going to be early April of this year. Okay, thanks so much and take care. Thanks for listening. Bye. Have a great day.